Okay, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Neighbours. And today I'm sitting down with a CMA Ontario award-winning singer-songwriter, Nicole Rayy, with two Ys, a powerhouse in Canadian country music and a fierce advocate for women in the industry. Nicole is the founder of Harmonia Fest, an all-ages women-led music festival, now entering its sixth year. This event is going down Sunday, August 24th at Market Brewing Company, and it's shaping up to be the best one yet. Live music, local craft beer, great food, and an unforgettable community vibe. Let's get into it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
First time at the Neighbor Media office. How do you like the vibe here?
It's beautiful. I love it. I love a space that is very on brand, and this one definitely is. So you guys did a great job.
You were saying so your brand color is purple?
Yes.
Car is purple?
Yes. Everything in my life is purple. Like my office is purple, my phone's purple, car is purple, hair is purple. So
love it. Okay, let's rewind. How did your journey in music begin? And what keeps you inspired to continue to create?
Oh my goodness. Well, if we want to go like all the way back to the very beginning, apparently I used to make up songs as a child before I even knew how to talk. I was just trying to write music right from the womb. But I've always been just so inspired by music. I grew up listening to pretty much every genre. I was always that kid in like the school choir and every school musical, any excuse to get on stage, or I would just make up a stage at home and make my parents watch performances. Yes. But I ended up going to university for a year, and then I was like, you know what? I want to just pursue music full time. So I ended up dropping out, which was a little scary for my family at the time. But they're huge supporters of me following my dreams. And so, yeah, I took a break from school and decided to just see where music could take me in the industry. And here we are 14 years later and 4 albums later. It's been quite the journey.
It's a big jump, but you need to follow your dreams a bit. You're just going to live with regret if you don't,
Right?
You might as well make the jump, and what's the very worst that can happen? You can go get a job later.
Right? I always figured school wasn't going anywhere, a boring job wasn't going anywhere. I could always go back to something later, so it was kind of a now or never, and I have no regrets.
What is like early days of it? Is it, let me find a band, build a band, let me just go play some shows somewhere, let me just record an album? Like, what is the beginning of like, I want to do music?
So for me, in the beginning, it was a lot about the writing. I ended up getting connected with this studio downtown, Cherry Beach Sound Studio, which was like, it's a very nice studio, like far above where I was at that point in my career. So I was very lucky to be connected with the studio, and they connected me with a vocal coach and a writer and a producer. And so early days for me was writing and sort of fixing the songs that I had brought to the table already. I mean, I was like 18. The songs were not great at the time. So luckily I had some help. And then, I recorded my first EP there, which again was like far above where I was even at in my career. So it was an incredible experience to get to do that and record there. And then after that, it was like, how do I play these songs out now? How do I get shows? And it was a lot of emailing and trying to meet people and trying to figure out where other people were playing. And I was connected with Anya Wilson, who's a radio tracker. She tracks for a lot of big people, including Dallas Smith. And she sort of took me under her wing in the beginning and connected me with all these people. So those people sort of guided me as to where I should go. And that was sort of the beginning of figuring it out.
And what early days genre, what was the vibe that you were going with? Or was it just fully open at that time? Like, I know that you've kind of evolved and kind of your musical taste and what you want to write about and perform, and the style has evolved, but walk me through kind of that path, that journey.
So for me in the beginning, I wasn't sure where my music fit. Like I didn't have a specific genre in mind. And I think my songs were very storytelling, which fits in with the country music genre. That's really at the heart of a country song is the storytelling. And so I sort of got guided down that path, especially when I got to the studio. They were all like, oh yeah, these sound like country songs. I think this is the vibe for you. And so I sort of went on that journey, and being in the community, like the country community is very much a family space. It's very tight knit. And so, it got harder and harder to want to leave that space even as my music evolved. And I thought maybe my songs don't really fit in this genre anymore. It got hard to leave the family. But I'm finally taking the leap. Later this year, I'm actually going to be launching some new music in a different space entirely. I'm finally leaving country behind a little bit. I'll still be involved on the industry side, but my music is going to be more in the indie rock space now, which I'm very excited about.
It's got to be exciting. It's just a new adventure ahead, right? New sound and new expression of, who you are today.
Right.
And I think with everything, like experience really kind of helps as you kind of grow and evolve too. You're 18 years old when you're laying down your first one too. Now 14 years later, you've had lots of life to experience and different ways to express yourself, right?
Right, absolutely. I think all artists sort of change and evolve and grow over time. And I'm just excited to sort of be in a space that feels a little bit more authentic to where I'm at right now.
Yeah, love it. So let's talk about Harmonia, the festival that's going to be going on. But it's more than just like a show. It's a mission. Because what has inspired you to start this, and how has it evolved over the last 6 years?
So yeah, it's really being in the country space. I've found it challenging as a female artist. It's a very male dominated space, and there's a lot of festivals and bookers that I was going to that were turning me down because they didn't want women headlining. They didn't want women involved in their show, some at all. A lot of festivals have evolved over time, but the space for women is still very limited. And so I was so frustrated. I was literally like crying, and I called my mom, and I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, there's nowhere for me to be in this industry. And she said, well, why don't you create your own festival? It's kind of like, okay, sure, let's just do that. Like,
sounds easy.
Right? Yeah, like it's no problem. But we were very lucky in our first year to have the festival in Milton and partner with the Italian Cultural Club. And then after that, we evolved into a space in Uxbridge. We were at Brooks Farms. My partner in the festival, she's my event manager and does so much work. I'm blessed to have her on board, Maddie Corinne. She's a country artist as well. And she came on board with me, and we moved the festival to Brooks Farms, and we were able to have it there for the past few years. But I'm very excited that we're now moving to Newmarket to be a little bit closer to home, because I'm from Alliston, and the community here is so supportive of live music that I'm just so excited to be in a space that really feels like it shares the same mission as the festival.
Yeah, and it's going to be like the team at Market Brook. They're great too, and
right?
It's a great venue too, and their customers or community are really music focused too. So there'll be a lot of built-in audience there.
Absolutely.
So give me a preview of the day, August 24th, right?
Yes.
So who's playing? What can people expect? What's the vibe going to be that day?
It's going to be full of female power, I can tell you that. And we have a packed day of music. Our doors are going to open at noon with our first act starting at 12:30. And we have music all the way until 7:30 at night. Tons of amazing acts. We have Leah Daniels, Dana Reed. I'll be playing some music. We have Paige Rutledge, Maddie Corinne, Rosewood Avenue, Nicola Magnolia, and Jessica Towler. So it is a packed day of female powerhouses.
Sounds good. So we will put all the information in the show notes here. But let's just leave it like this. When the last set wraps up and the day is over, what is the feeling that you want people to have that have come to that day? I think that will tell a lot of what your expectations are for it. So what's the feeling that you want them to leave with?
Connection. I mean, music connects all of us. I feel like it's such a universal language, and this day is all about community, and it's all about supporting each other. That's why I started it, was to support women in music. And women are so talented and so amazing. We have so much talent in the space here in Ontario. And I just want people to leave feeling like they've discovered these amazing talents and they feel a part of this community.
Yeah, love it. Okay, we'll see you there.
Yes.
Bye-bye.